Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Kudos to you and pat on the back for joining me for another live stream session today with me, Sierra Trades. I pray that God continue to shine His glory on you as a gift from me to you for your presence of being here and joining me on today. All right, so before we get started, I want to make sure I can hear myself. Okay, we can. All right, one second. All right, so before we get into the charts, let's start off with our training prayer. Father God, I thank you for giving me the power and authority to get wealth according to Deuteronomy 8 and 18. Father, I'm so overjoyed that you promised you would make all the works of my hands prosper in Deuteronomy 30 and 9. Lord, I thank you that you cover me in all that I do, in every trade that I make. Lord, I declare that my eyes are anointed to find the perfect trade setups and entries that will always hit my take profit. Because in Isaiah 48 and 17, you promise you teach me how to profit. It is written in Ecclesiastes 11 and 1 that I am to enter into foreign trade because you will make me profit. Therefore, I do not lose any trades, just like the servant in Matthew 25 and 16, who traded 5 talents and made 5 more. Money will always grow from the trades that you allow me to see. Lord, I'm so grateful that you keep your promises, that you will multiply my finances 1,000 times, according to Deuteronomy 1 and 11. Lord, because I am Abraham's seed, I am so honored that you thought of me way back in Genesis 32 and 12. According to Proverbs 8 and 18, with me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and prosperity. I stand on Psalms 128 and 2, whereby I will eat the fruit of my trades, and blessings and prosperity shall overtake me every day of my life. I am so grateful to be aligned with Psalms 25 and 13. Prosperity will always be mine because I submit to God and I am at peace with Him, according to Job 22 and 21. I speak to the Forex and cryptocurrency market and decree and declare that my prosperity will come now and every day for the rest of my life. I stand in agreement with Psalms 118 and 25, and I come against all demonic forces, spirits, principalities, and generational curses of poverty. I declare and decree in accordance with Psalm 30 and 6, in my prosperity I shall never be moved. Lord, I am so grateful that Isaiah 55 and 11 declares that your word does not come back to you void, but it must prosper to where I send it. Therefore, I stand in confidence that this declaration and decree that I have made from my place of authority as a king and priest, according to Revelations 1 and 6, has come to pass. Lord, I thank you that time and time again your word says that if I ask anything in your name, have faith and I will receive it. In the name of Jesus, I am a billionaire day trader. Amen. All right. We can start off on our official Trump. So price came down. I believe this was a 1 hour. Nope. There wasn't a gap here, but whatever was right here, maybe it was on the 15. I had a gap right here. There has to be a gap somewhere if I put this purple line there. Well, I can't find this one, but there's definitely a gap still below here. But prices currently looks like we're selling off of this gap right here. So still no bullish momentum yet. He did sign a bunch of executive orders yesterday, so we'll go over those later. Let's get back into our regular charting. All right, looks. I'm going to delete because when I was looking at my chart the other day, it was a lot of lines. All right. So for sure, we've come outside of last week's zone. On EuroCAD. And just looking at this, it looked like it did a little retest and traded higher. It ran this liquidity over here. All right, so as you can see, price moved on up and retested the high of the weekly, went higher, and it looks like price is continuing higher from inside of this gap. All right, and entry was at 5 o'clock. I like to enter on the 50%. If I can't get in on the 50%, I'm going to leave it be. Mm, definitely gave us some equal highs up here. I said I like to leave it be, but let's see. If we were to get in here, what would be the risk to reward? Okay, let's go down and see if there's a possible for another pullback. All right, so if we just got in here, it's not bad. All right, it meets the requirements besides getting in at that 50%, but it's a 2-to-1. So I am going to let my trading group know. All right, so let's say Euro cap. I don't think I finished creating these rooms. really. Stop playing and call up. Where'd I just drop that at? Come on. Okay. All right, one moment. All right, we're in. All right, so I got a 36 pip stop loss for 92 TP. All right, let's see what else we got going on today. All right, I'm gonna delete all this. We got a big old gap. Big gap. Price did a nice pullback. That's the wrong one. Week before. And I see price is currently inside a gap. Inside a gap. All right. I'm not going to leave that there. Just wanted to see where it was at. Let's mark our 50%. that look a little off. Okay, it's right. Alrighty. So it looks like we could be making our way inside to fill this gap and then continue higher. Yeah, dollar dropped yesterday for the inauguration. I did not think the dollar was going to drop. Um, Last time I checked, I could have sworn he was good for good for the market. Good morning. Yes, I am early today. This is going to be our regular schedule. I said 6:30, but I realized it's 6 o'clock because we get a lot of entries at 7 a.m. This was an entry that was missed yesterday. What was this at 20? I don't remember this alert going off. Now this was a beautiful entry. It's already too late. It's too late to get in this one. But if you were here when we marked it up and your alert went off properly and you got in, kudos to you. Congratulations. It's definitely going to TP. It's a good 160 pips. I'm going to take my alert. My notice that it's on my watch list off. All right, so GBP, CHF, I'm going to delete and let's see what we got going on. All right, so price hasn't ran a low or a high, so we're not even going to really look for anything. I'm just going to mark it up. And I guess we'll see what happens today with this one. All right, so it looks like price is consolidating at the 50% here. Really hasn't moved much since Monday. All right, so I'm going to take this off my watch list. Let's go to AU. Okay, AU still did not give me an alert. Don't make me upset this week. Because I did not come back yesterday evening to look for stuff. This is exactly what we wanted to see. So price came up here to this 4-hour fair value gap here. It ran liquidity. Look at that. It ran liquidity, shot back down, left another gap, and then touched 50% again. It's giving multiple entries. It's up 45 pips. It's too late to get in. It gave another entry here. TP is here. Oh, I'm sad. It's gonna be all right. All right, well, taking that one off the watch list. All right, AJ, we still have this big gap here. Let's remark this, see if we can get in position to catch this buy. All right, price has not ran the high or the low. I'm going to set my alert. We'll see what happens here, but I believe we need to see price come outside the range and then come back into the range. All right, we're going to leave that one on our watch list. All right, so we got NU. Is that AU already gave us? NU gave us our entry for sale too. This one triggered last night, yesterday night. Okay. So we've missed all these entries yesterday evening. It did the same thing as AU. Now, this one didn't quite run liquidity, but it really didn't have any equal highs up here to run. But it did come higher than our 4-hour fair value gap, trying to trick people on direction. Now, this one here, there's a gap here. If price pulls back here, I will sell it. I'm going to delete this because I got a lot of lines. I'm going to delete it, and let's remark up our weekly CRT. This is our high. This is our low. NU is near all-time lows. All right, let's go to our hourly. Okay. So price came outside of the range, came back and broke our structure here, came back up to the gap. That was the ideal best entry for this trade. Happened yesterday near midnight. Now, if price could grace us with another pullback, we can get in here. Stop loss above this wick. And because I see equal lows down here, I'd set my TP for the full range this week. And it's a 5-1. And of course, we'll just trail our stop loss. I am actually going to give a limit on this one. And set my alert. Okay, so no, we keep that one. We're in this one. I'm going to upload this chart real quick and then give the limit. All right, and then that was what, NZD USD. Gonna put in a limit. Give me a minute because I have to mark up my levels on my broker so that I can get accurate entries. Alrighty, let's upload the chart. Alright, let's go to AutoCAD. Alright, so automatically this is last week's. We see price went above, it's continue to buy, so we might not get a pullback to the 50%. But if we do, we will be in position. Okay, so no, we're at the top of this right now. Price ran liquidity. So we can see if price comes back down and comes into this zone after reacting to this fair value gap. But for now, I'm going to take that off my watch list. There may be something better that comes along. All right, so price is moving down to this fair value gap that we marked up down here. But I am going to delete it. And let's remark. Okay. All right, so it looks like price already swept the low. Price already swept the low and gave us a TP. A lot happened yesterday. I guess Mondays and Tuesdays I need to be looking every session for entries. Let's see what happens. All right, so we didn't get a sweep until here Monday. Wait a minute, there was a gap beneath. Here we go. Now I had my alert set on this gap. I think it did say an alert when I forget JPY. Nope, CJ. I had my alert set on this gap launch. I said this was going to be the best entry. It didn't fully hit the gap. I hate that. But we are here to catch this buy. Alright, price is in the gap now. Just trying to see if there was any other gaps. But it looks like this is the one on the 15-minute. Okay, it did give us an hour gap. See if it's worth it. All right, we got a 41. We can buy CAD JPY. And stop loss below the gap, the candle with the gap. And let's drop our chart. All right, so we're in this and we're in EuroCAD. Wait for alert. We got this as a limit. which did I set it? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Let's see. On the CAD, we said we wasn't messing with. All right, Nas. I'm gonna make Nas blue. I'm gonna mark it up for now to see what we got. So looks like we definitely missed a buy entry. Best buy entry. Yep, we missed that one. That one. Happened yesterday evening too. Alrighty, so we'll see what happens at open. It's 6:42 Eastern Central Standard Time right now, so it's 7:42 Eastern Standard Time right now. So we have a little while for that. Looks like US 30 did the same thing. Came down to this gap right here. 20, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It was 8 p.m. So Asia session was booming yesterday. Okay, USD CAD. When did this happen? That's a lot. That happened yesterday. Wow. Okay. Respected all of the areas that we had marked up. Came exactly down to where we needed to go. Let's remark this up. It looks like we just completely missed that one altogether. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't think I had any alerts. Okay, so this is telling me to definitely check every session for an entry on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's okay. Look at that wick though. This ran both sides already. There's nothing we can do with this. One second. Okay. Nothing we can do with this. We already missed this move. But let's just go down and see what happened, right? Beautifully. Beautifully. Okay. Price came outside of our zone. This is a crazy spike. That's crazy. All right. I don't know what we can do with EU pairs this week. I mean, dollar pairs. Let's see. Looks like we hit 50% already, or it started at the 50%. All right, so it looks like the week started at the 50%. Friday, Sunday, pushed up on Monday, right? If USD CAD pumped, we want to see EU come down and take out this liquidity. And then we even have liquidity here where we have a gap right here. I would say it would be safe to take it to here. There's a imbalanced price range here, and liquidity above here. Price ran this liquidity and left this liquidity. What do we have with the dollar? Yeah, if the dollar's moving up, EU has to come down. I want to move this up. So we're going to watch these AJ and EU. Now, we don't have any crazy news today or this week. Yeah, we got CAD news this morning. Oop. It's Thursday. No, just PMI on Friday, so nothing crazy during the week. Where's Trump going today on this thing? Let's drop down to 29. Get rid of some of these tabs. Keep that one. All right. So price is consolidating here at the high of our weekly. We'll come back and check this one during market open. Because where are we on this gap? Hold on. Okay, so we're under this gap. I need to see the consolidation finish. And then let me know some direction. So we have another gap here. Price could come back up a hit, or price could come back and fill in this balanced price range. But we could drop lower, and price could leave this as a gap, and then we could enter up here. So we'll be back. It's 6:50, 7:50 is about to be 8 o'clock. All right. USD CAD moving on up. We already looked at that one. All right, so if EU is selling, GU is selling, let's see what we got. Where are we with GU? GU already ran the weekly high and is pushing down. Ran the high and it looks like touch 50%. And I could have sworn I had this mark. Touch 50%. Sometimes these alerts, it's already up 84 pips. Sometimes these alerts just ain't it. right, so GU's already. GU has liquidity up here too. there's a price range imbalance up here, but what it's looking like on GU by the time it makes it down here, it has some nice liquidity right here like EU did. So it's gonna come a little lower, but it's too late for this unless price pulls back. But this already gave its second entry right here. So I doubt it's gonna come here. But this is another one. We'll come back and see. Let's see, EU. At least EU is still at a high and it still has some ways to go. GU is already still got a good 100 pips to go. So EU should let us in. Marking this blue, it's the same thing as US 30 and NAS. Pretty sure it already gave Monday's entry. It ran the weekly high. See, it did the same thing as NAS and US 30 gave that pullback to this gap. So we'll come back at 9:30. GJ. Wow. Wow. If you caught GJ, kudos to you. Came right down to our entry. It looks like I didn't have an alert here. I don't know why. Why, Sierra? It touched it twice. Okay, that was Friday. This was Sunday. Then there was another gap entry here on Monday at 4 a.m. I didn't look at most of these on Monday because I was looking at the Trump coin. But this did what it needed to do. It definitely did. All right, so let me see. Price hasn't swept the weekly low or the weekly high. Looks like it came up to the 50% and it's currently under it. Let's see what we got. All right, so we got liquidity down here. this is our gap. Looks like we can enter this for a sale. Oh yeah. All right, so entries here. Stop loss is here. TP's here. Still nice. Still nice. All right. Let's deal with GJ. All right, I'm in. Move that up. All right, let's drop this chart. All right, so we're in 3 trades currently. And waiting on that one. We'll see what that one does. I don't know why that's yellow right now. See, GU gave us that bullish candle right here. If they pull back to up there, I'm going to move GU to up here too. Let's move it up here. Yeah, if they pull back to up there and give me some type of bearish momentum, definitely taking it down to this gap here, and then GU right here to this liquidity. TP will be right there. Okay, EJ. Looks like I got a lot of going on here. All right, we haven't ran any kind of liquidity. See what we're looking like. All right, price came back up. Did we hit the full balance price range? Okay, here. Yep, perfectly. All right, so it looks like we are going down. We got a lower high here. Um, Price, I think it's at an inversion right here. Inversion, yep, it hit the inversion nice. It's consolidating in between these two areas. I can trust a short here with stop loss above that last area. TP at our low. And I'm going to sell EJ with GJ. EJ and GJ. All right, let's drop this chart. Put that in the wrong room. All righty, we'll move this one up. All right, we're currently in 4 trades. I'm going to keep marking up the rest of these, and we'll see what's going on. Gold looks like it's heading back up. All right, so 3 of those trades we are in profit. I was thinking about CAD JPY. If EJ and GJ is selling, CAD JPY should probably be selling, but it's a possibility that CAD is stronger than the yen right now, right? This gave us everything that we did want to see. Price came. The only thing is price going to come back and actually touch this 50%? It's only a 20 pip stop loss, so we're going to leave it. All right, gold. Ooh, gold low, gave a nice pullback, but it's definitely buying. I think it went to the 50%. Oh, it did. Price came back to the 50%. I think it started there this week. Okay. We could possibly get a pullback to the 50%. I see a gap down here that would send it back up. We started here on Sunday and the price continued to rise. So we'll see what happens if we come back inside and get a break of structure with a gap and a retest. Definitely gonna take it. I'm gonna take it here, but we'll see what happens here. All right, gold. UJ looks like it's doing some consolidation. It's making its way back down to. I want to mark it up. All right, so UJ ran the lows, but we can clearly see we have a gap here. Okay, price came to it. Nice. All right, so price is at 50% of our gap, and right here, 50% of our gap was last week's low. So we got a 2-for-1 there, and mark our high. All right, so it's 8:09. We still got an hour and a half till market open. All right, so the UJ did the same thing as CAD JPY. It came down and it swept our lows. Now, price hit 50% of this gap, which took us down. Pretty sure. What we got? First entry was here at midnight. Price came back up. We didn't get a break of structure until here, but it gave a gap and price went flying. All right, so UJ should be moving up with the dollar. We have, okay, we got a balanced price range right here. We have this inversion with all of these gaps. Let me see what it looks like on the 4-hour. Okay, nope. Okay, this 2-hour gap right here. I like how that looks a lot better. And I am going to set an alert and a limit. I'm gonna put a stop loss here just because UJ could be a little wicky, and we'll be fine with this 4 All right, let's drop this chart. All right, let's mark this one yellow. I got the alert set and the limit set. All right, let's see what's next. USDCHF. Now USDCHF is looking bearish. Okay, we want to see our dollar react right here because we got a gap. Let's head back to USDCHF. Let's see what we got. All right, so USDCHF ran our weekly low already. Looks like this week a lot of our prices started at the 50% range. Let's see what we got. All right, so price ran our low. Looks like it came to this gap right here. And it's pushing its way back up. TP is at the 50%. We have a gap right here that is not really respecting. Okay, price is right at the 50%. Let's see what it looks like on the 2-hour. I think I like the 1-hour better. And there's a little gap here. I want to see what the risk to reward would be. This looks like it's going to come further down though. If price respects that area, we'll be fine. And it was a 4-to-1. Hmm. I'm gonna put this on the watch list and we'll see what happens during open. All right, next we got Euro odd. Looks like Euro odd is doing what it needs to do. I think everything started at the 50% this week. Did it run our highs? It looked like it did. It looked like Okay, so the market ran our highs and it dropped. Didn't quite get full TP yet. What is this range? Okay, it's a big enough range. It's 91 pips. Let's see if it's giving us some kind of pullback for an entry. What we got? What we got? All right, so the only thing I see is this order block here on the 5 minute. Here and here. And price didn't hit 50% of that. I don't see, excuse me, I don't see any gaps, but it's definitely, it ran this liquidity here, and it's definitely making lower highs, and it looks like it's about to drop. This price action here is just ugly. Okay, here we go. This is today. Price is inside of this gap. That's why it's looking like that. Where is 50% of this gap? See how it touched this several times. Okay. Let's see. We got this ugly looking trend line here. And there's a gap right here. I wouldn't want to get in until it breaks this gap. I actually like a break and retest. Break the trend line and the gap. And it's a 2-to-1. I am going to set an alert. This might just be one to miss, but I do just want to see what happens. And I'm putting crossing up because I needed to come down and then touch this. And then we probably could take it to the low instead of just the 50%. Yeah, but we're going to leave that one where it's at. All right, GBP CAD looks like it's moving just fine from our markup over the weekend. All right, so now let's see if it's going to make its way back. Oh no, it's moved so far from our weekly area. So far. Price came in and actually filled in this gap and is underneath 50%. Let's see. All right. So right at 50, we can take this lower. This is our top of our FVG. We got this big inversion here, and then we got a gap here. Because there's a gap here and it didn't come up here would be ideal for the entry, right? Price is like playing around, so it could give us this little channel, come up here and then come down. Oh yeah, we got liquidity right here. Right here. I like this one. I'm going to move this one up. And I'm going to set an alert for this one and a limit. Let me see. I hate to get in early, but I hate to miss it also. Okay, so it didn't hit that gap. Where are we in this gap? Okay. This gap should send it up to that gap. So yes, we're going to wait for this. We are going to wait for this. Stop loss here. TP down here at this liquidity. If it don't let us in, I'm going to be sad, but I'd rather wait for the limit than enter here and then be in a bunch of drawdown. Okay, we got something for Euro odd. Where's Euro odd? All right, did we have a limit set for that? We did not. Okay, I was trying to make sure we had our zones right. So price came outside of the weekly. Okay, what we wanted to see was it come beneath and then come back up and retest it. So let's reset this alert. Let's see if my son gets up. Crossing up, okay? Because it needs to come down and then come up. Whatever. I'm trying to see see where is it going. Because if it pulls back to another gap, then we can sell it. What was here? What was here? Why is this here? Let's delete that. Was there another gap somewhere? No. I think that was the order block. Good morning. Yeah, we're gonna leave that be. All right. What was I looking at? EJ's playing around right here on this 50%. Needed to get below this. GJ's moving on down. EuroCAD had a pullback. It left some liquidity right here. So price could pull back into this gap. Let's see this wick and this wick. Or it could continue higher. So CAD JPY, we knew there was a possibility of it continuing to sell to come down here to this gap. All right, GBP CAD is moving on up. This is one that I really want to get in. Everything's moving towards where we needed to go. I didn't set an alert here. I'm setting an alert, not a limit, because this is still outside of my weekly range. So I want to see how it reacts, if it's going to reject or not, and bring us back into the range. So it's 833. And GU's moving us on up. Okay, here we go with GBP CAD. I didn't even set the limit. Uh-oh. I don't even think I got a GBP CAD channel. Let's do that real quick while it's moving. All right. GBP CAD, I think, is going to give us what we need. I don't think we need to mark up any of these other ones. Looks like CAD CHF is selling. happened here? Oh, way outside of the weekly. Okay. All right. And then we say Euro odd was a little funky. So we're going to leave that alone. We're going to focus on GBP CAD coming up into our fair value gap. So all right, I'm in. Even though I didn't get quite 50%, there was another FVG here. Yep, here. So it didn't come quite up there. It's still good, but I'm in. And then, of course, TP at these equal lows here. All right, so it's 8:30. We're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. I'll be back at 9:30 so that we can. Not 9:30. Yeah, 9:30 because it's already marked up. So I'll be back at 9:30 just so we can look at indices, see what's happening with indices, see what happens if we can possibly get an entry here for these. Got all our alerts set. Dollar looks like it's dropping though. Alrighty, I'm actually going to keep the live running on GBP CAD. I'm gonna mute my mic and turn off my camera, and we'll be back. Let's make a. I don't know why I keep doing that. Grab the text. Okay. It's at 8:30 because I don't have to mark up anything. So 9:30 EST. Let's make that a little bigger. There we go. Alrighty, we're back. GB Cat went straight to stop loss. It's alright. It was 24 pips. I want to see if it's going to come back and what it's going to do right here in this area. But for now, it's 8:32. Let's check out our indices. Alright, so we don't have any valid entries for any of our indices because we want to see price come back in, leave us a gap, and then trade down so we can fill in this gap. We have this gap on all of them. My main focus is going to be on SPX. Let's see what's going on with the other pairs. EJ. Did EJ hit my stop loss? EJ hit my stop loss. NU has been activated. UJ has been activated. Looks like GJ hit stop loss. EuroCAD's making its way up. I should have known with GBP CAD that GBP CAD, EuroCAD both gonna buy. Now it looks like CAD JPY is making its way back up. It came down and retested the weekly zone. I got stopped out. I'm going to re-enter. Stop loss below the low. So EuroCAD may be turning around. I'm going to move stop loss to entry on EuroCAD, even though we're up. All right, GBP CAD. We want price to come back under, retest this gap, and continue to sell. Market has been a little glitchy lately. All right, there we go. That's what we want to see. Nas moving on down. We need SPX to move on down. NU activated. UJ activated. I don't even think we had anything waiting on that one. JPY didn't come down any lower. What's the dollar doing? All right, it's in a gap. Trying to get back to GBP CAD. All right, I'm in that sale. As soon as CoinEx updates and let me in. Killing the stop loss. All right, let's see what this looks like on the minute. Oh yeah, we got a gap right there. Price is back underneath. All right, UJ gave us a nice reaction off of our gap. I'm going to tighten up stop loss because if it does come down lower, I don't want it to be too much. So stop loss right beneath the gap on the hourly. Tighten that up. Get off the wall. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all don't know, I do have a dog, a puppy, and she likes to eat the wall instead of chew on her chew toys. Why is this doing this to me? All right, there we go. Stop loss here. Oh, I'm cold. Okay. SPX. All right, Nas is giving a nice drop. Let's see if it's going to be a silver bullet move. US 30 still making its way up. Okay. See a balanced price range. We got inversion and a gap here. To be on the safe side with price not sending that back down, we're going to update this TP. And it still meets our requirements as a 2-to-1. Because price never came down and hit this 50%. Hour time frame. I don't have that gap on Cat JPY. Okay, yes I do. Alright, so it looks like this was new week opening gap here. Monday, Friday. This was new week opening gap. I have a bigger gap on mine. We do have liquidity here, so we'll see what happens there. All right, look like GBP CAD is reacting to this fair value gap. And NU is reacting to our 50%. Looks like our dollar wants to come lower. It's not ready to come fill in that gap. We also have an inversion here. Yeah, US 30 is pushing up. All right, SPX making its way back up. Nas left us with this gap. So whatever we do, we're going to do it from this gap, whether it's a buy or a sell. US 30 is gone. SPX didn't leave us nothing. This gap right here was hit this morning. All right, so let's not miss Nas buy. I am freezing. Right back. All right, price get back on top of this gap. As soon as it closes on top, I'm going to buy. Got 2 seconds. All right, I'm in. US 30 took off. Where's it going? All right. Does it look like Nas wants to sell and not buy? All right, there we go. EU's back in profit. UJ is back in profit. GBP CAT is still near entry. Wow, nice. All right, there we go. All right, let's find us a TP. US 30 already ran this. All right. That's why we're getting a pullback. Nas is still consolidating around entry. Where is our TP? I would say here. Yep, here. We got this equal highs right here. Okay. Nope. Nas wants to sell. Nas wants to sell. Nas wants to sell. Hmm. Now they coming back. Nas did what it was supposed to do. All right. It's selling. We broke low. Let's see if it pulls back here. We already know where it's going with this sale. Okay, so since we missed that one, let's see if we can get in on SPX. Yeah, US 30 ran that high. This is our TP in this gap. It's 8:56. Almost silver bullet time. Coinex has been freezing a lot lately, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. All right, we in sales. This was our entry here, that fair value gap, TP. Right here at the 50%. Stop loss above this high. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, we're in this one. What's Nas doing? All right, so Nas reacted at our first gap, and it gave us reaction at this second gap here. I'm not in this one, but I did send this as a signal. There we go. All right, so what's US 30 doing? All right, so US 30 is going to make its turn around. If you want to get in US 30, I'd wait for price to come under this gap and use it as a break and retest. Okay. And then there was a gap on the hourly that needed to be filled. Four, two, 855 times 4. Not necessarily right there. All right, so we're not in that one yet. I don't plan on getting on into US 30. Nas is in profit. And SPX is also. All right, let's check on the other pairs. We already know that EJ hit stop loss earlier, and GJ did too. Looked like it came back up to the 50% and making its way back down. I'm gonna wait, see if there might be a possible re-entry. EuroCAD is at stop losses at entry. I see a gap here that could possibly send it back up. But with CAD, JPY turning back around, EuroCAD probably going to hit our stop loss at entry. And GBP CAD is moving down. So yeah, EuroCAD is probably going to move on down too. All right, NU is rejecting our area again for our sell. We're in that. And UJ looks like it's pushing back on up. USDCHF. Okay. Looks like it's giving us an entry. We're going to take it. We're going to buy now, and then we're going to put our stop loss below this low. All right, so right now everything's blue. Remember, we did have a couple of stop losses. Two stop losses hit this morning. USDCHF. Gonna put stop loss. It's like an 8-point stop loss. All right, look at that, baby. Come on. Trying to set my TP on here. All right, in order to get an accurate TP, I have to set my zones on my broker. And then my cousins texted me. So what's that? All right, TP at the 50%. Come on, move. don't know what's going on with CoinX lately, but I don't like that. I don't like that. No connection. I can't set my TP right now. AJ never came back further to let us in. I guess this was a pullback right here. It's definitely going up to TP. Don't know what EU is doing. Oh, GU is at our sell level. We're going to sell GU too. All right, selling GU. And we got in here. In here. Stop loss at the high. Okay, delete that. Stop loss at top of the candle that created the gap. TP here at all of this liquidity. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this liquidity, we did have equal lows here, but this one ran it, and then this one gave us a higher low that gave us that push up. So we're just going to take it back to the 50%. 22027 here on our chart. And that's a 3-to-1. Find this area on your broker, and you can do that by marking your weekly high and low and then using your fib and mark 50%. All right, Nas is dropping. Put my stop loss for GU. 23 pip stop loss. For 86 point TP. All right, let's check out Nas and SPX. Let me delete this. All right, this is going to be all the trades that we are getting in for this week. All right, look at Nas. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we're not going to worry about all of the price fluctuations Put your stop loss above this wick right here on the 15-minute, and we should be good for any pullbacks. Still don't know what EU is doing. We're going to take that off the watch list. Yes, the dollar is moving away from our fair value gap here. Let's move NAS up and SPX. All right. All right, looks like US 30 is coming under. Okay, you can have an entry here. You can in this gap and put your stop loss up here. I'm not going to enter this with US 30 because I'm already in NAS and SPX. All right, I'm going to delete this on Euro odd. Euro odd didn't look too clean anyways. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. We lost 2. We lost 2. And what did I say? EuroCAD hit stop loss at entry. So let's redo this because we can possibly catch this sale on EuroCAD if it's doing exactly what we need it to do, like GBP CAD. It might not be worth it, but I'm gonna mark it back up just so we can see what's happening. Oh yeah, price came and ran that high. So with EuroCAD to catch this sale back down to the 50%, I'm gonna wait for this to come under this inversion and see where we can find an entry at. Yeah, that'll be a nice one. I'm gonna put that one on yellow. If we catch it, we catch it. If we don't, we don't. All right, so CAD JPY TP1 is here and TP2 is here. We're approaching TP1. GBP CAD, we're in. NU rejected this area. We're actually going to tighten up our stop loss on NU. We'll do 12 pips. Let me update the group for whoever's in that. is pushing back up. What happened to my markup? Hmm. EJ ran this liquidity and came back underneath this gap. Not sure if I like that. It rejected it once, and which what gave us this pullback down here. It looks like the dollar's struggling. It's trying, but it's struggling. So this is the last one that we want to look for an entry on, just because it looks like it's going to be a good one. All right, we're going to let the market do what it do, guys. Looks like US 30 rejected that area. This is exactly why I said wait until it gets under it. Nas gave us what we needed to see for the entry. Nas ran liquidity, it broke structure, left the gap, came back to the gap, and it's continued to sell. So Nas and SPX, I want to safely say that it's going to continue to sell. All right, so we have all of our entries. I'll be back on Friday. I'm not going to come back for EuroCAD. You know what to do. Mark up 50% of this gap. Wait for price to come underneath it. And then use it as a break. And then price retest and rejects right here. Then you want to get in and take it to 50% of the weekly of this week's, right? All right, so we're getting some pullbacks up. There we go. NU's pushing on up. The dollar, where is the dollar going? It's already touched this gap. We got all of this to fill. This is our market open gap. But it looks like it wants to come lower. The dollar not reacting too well to Trump being in the office. If our USD pairs hit stop loss, they just hit stop loss. Nas is more than enough to cover whatever stop losses we have. So it's a possibility price could come down here. GU hit our stop loss in USD CHF. Oh no, GU hasn't hit stop loss yet. It's on its way though. It's real near. All right, we're gonna end our stream here. Euro CAD isn't underneath yet. CAD JPY is moving on up. GBP CAD. It's probably come to retest our area now because it left us this inversion here. So if you're not in, you can get in here. Stop loss up here. Yeah. NU still making its way up. I don't know about our USD pairs today. And that's already his stop loss. I had a top stop loss, tight stop loss on USD CHF. Nas is pulling back. And SPX looks like US 30 is consolidating around this gap. It's now 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Well, not 10:30, 10:26. Now 10:27 and 9:27 Central Standard Time. So I'll be back. I'll come back today, market close, and we'll see where we are with these trades. All right, so see you later.